Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the general daily collective message for Wednesday, May the 25th. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid. This reading could play out today, over the next several days. This reading may or may not be for you, so I ask that you only take with you the messages that resonate and leave behind the rest. I will also call out any zodiac signs that you may or may not be dealing with throughout the reading. So keep that in mind. Let's jump in and talk about some of these energies. So yesterday I talked about a throat chakra upgrade, a huge throat chakra purge coming for the collective. And this morning I woke up with a very irritated throat chakra, almost like a swollen glands a little bit. And it seemed to have passed, but I kind of feel we're all being asked to find our truth, to center ourselves in that truth, and then to be willing to speak that truth into existence. And today we do have Mercury, the planet of communication, trine Pluto, the planet of death, taboo, secrets, and transformation. So I was shown a lot of states of transcendence, tapping into the higher consciousness within the mind space. And we also have this very powerful Aries stellium going on in the astrology now. So Venus is in Aries, Mars just entered into Aries, we have Jupiter in Aries, and now the moon has shifted into Aries. So four major energies of self. Aries is all about the self. So, and whenever there's a trine aspect, to me, it's like opening up a portal of some sort. So these energies might come across as subtle, or they might come in very intense. This is a rarefied energy, I feel, and we kind of have to correctly grasp these states of transcendence. So I feel this affinity is the word I want to use when it comes to these higher metaphysics or these higher cosmic frequencies, when it comes to this consciousness and the expansion of this consciousness. So get ready to explore reality and energies in your mind space when it comes to understanding these energies, tapping into some higher intellect, and tapping into some deep intuitive flashes of direct knowing. You're just going to know. And then what do we need to do when we get these higher frequency downloads? We kind of got to ground the energies. So you might want to get outside and earth. And by earthing, I mean you might want to get outside barefoot and ground the energies in the grass, in the yard, and earth all of these applications coming forward. So Mercury's going to give way to this very powerful, analytical, investigative energy. And I feel we're going to have to really guard ourselves against thinking that we know it all. Nobody knows it all. Nobody has all of the answers. And I feel this challenging energy when it comes to competition. And any failures that have recently been experienced or will be experienced is to kind of get you to be the leader of your life and to figure out your next move forward. So Pluto energy always kind of implies a little bit of manipulation. You don't want to undermine anybody that's challenging you because the energy can be quite ruthless, and this might come forward with people that you least expect. So get ready to penetrate through any illusions or any false social appearances today when it comes to people's true attitudes and true motives that you may be connected with. So a lot of spiritual guidance, when it comes to stepping into your fullest genuine potential, and a lot of stimulation when it comes to these new ways of thinking, opening up to all of these new insights, and it is about collective effort. So get ready for exposure when it comes to anybody that is just too self-absorbed to take responsibility for themselves, and this Pluto energy is amplifying that. So a lot of energies, a lot of conflicting views, and I think get ready for the collapse of a false foundation, dealing with some direct confrontation. So with the moon in Aries, Aries energy to me is very self-motivated, can be very aggressive though, very spontaneous. And with the moon forming a conjunction to Jupiter today, this energy is going to be concerning our deep emotions, our deep thoughts and feelings, and any hidden repressed desires below the surface. So the moon always knows our deepest, darkest secrets, any mysteries and any things we do not want anybody to see about us. So the moon also represents any motherly affection or lack thereof from childhood. So a lot of unconscious motivations. And when you think of the moon sees right through your soul. The moon sees everything that is connected to you. So the moon, I feel, is about darkness. And Jupiter is all about joy, because Jupiter rules over contentment, happiness, expansion. It governs, you know, this philosophical way of thinking and generosity and satisfaction. So I feel like this double-edged sword. So get ready for this open-mindedness, and it's going to work really well with that trine aspect. So it's this strong sense of justice and wanting the scales to be balanced when it comes to any past injustices. So it's this deep belief that everything should be fair and equal. And with the moon forming a sextile to the sun is, you know, our ego. It's our vitality. And so this is going to indicate a very easy exchange between your head and your heart, your feelings and your intellect. So if you are in a positive vibration and you are aware of all of your emotions, I think the energy is giving way for you to change courses, to make better choices that are going to correspond with these changes in your feelings. So I feel a major doorway opportunity for many of us to learn these lessons from our past mistakes once and for all, and to leverage this internal shift to reach a state of harmony. You might have to face some challenges, though, when it comes to improving your follow-through and tapping into some of your spiritual gifts and talents. But with the moon sextile the sun, this indicates a lot of positive harmony of your conscious awareness, your conscious will, your emotions, and any habitual responses when it comes to patterns in your life. So I think get ready for a lot of purpose-filled energy to come forward, and you're likely to feel a little bit more self-confident and optimistic about fulfilling your fullest potential. So any aims or ambitions are likely going to be discovered in the energies, and new doorways are going to open up at the exact right time coming up here. Whether it's people that will offer you support or any type of help which will enable you to move forward out of this stuckness. And what I kept hearing is luck will be on your side. So let's jump in with some cards, guys. Oh, I did want to mention some good crystals to work with in the energy today would be some quartz. If you want to grab some quartz pieces, I got so much quartz around the house. And kyanite. I actually found my piece of kyanite. So this is the kyanite that I have, and it's a blue stone. So those are some good stones to work with. I was asked to grab a couple of different decks today. So I grabbed the Archangel Oracle cards by Diane Cooper. I bought this deck way back, and I've rarely even used it. The cards are pretty stiff. The cards are almost like brand new, but I thought with all of these states of transcendence, I'm sure many of us are tapping into a lot of these archangel archetypes and deities. So I thought we would start off the reading today with the Archangel Oracle cards. So bottom of the deck, relax and open up to Source. What a beautiful message. Keep your heart open, because we are preparing for deep level soul healing, and it's kind of time to forgive and release. So it's time to fly. It's time to fly, and that's what it feels like when we tap into these higher dimensions. It feels like the mind is flying with the angels. So it's time to fly, and it's really time to listen to your intuition is another big message. So allow the grounding, the earthing energy that I talked about to soothe you, because nature truly is the kingdom of heaven. So I feel get ready for a brand new beginning. It's time to step through the doorway of these brand new cycles in love. There are new beginnings just around the corner as we inch closer to this Lionsgate portal, and we're kind of all being asked to be that ambassador for bridging heaven on earth. And to do that, we kind of have to build our bridge to God's source first. So get ready to seek higher reason. Seek and you shall find. We are all wise ones at the core. So where are you needing to enter into a state of planetary service. We all have a service-based mission, but in order to reach that place of awareness, we kind of have to kind of embrace and accept all of these Christ light code activations, and we got to act with the wisdom that we've attained and bring that forward with loving compassion. So many of us are being asked to seek that soul satisfaction, that soul gratification, and to find the flame when it comes to embracing inner happiness. So Archangel Seraphina, we have Archangel Raziel, I don't know if I said that right. We have Archangel Rokoel, I don't know. Bear with me, guys. And Archangel Christine, which is linked to these Christ code activations. So we all have to kind of do our part to make the world a better place. And if we want to be that light worker, that ambassador, we kind of have to bridge our energies with God source energy. So I would like to read into the Build Your Bridge to Source, because I feel that's a very strong message. Let me see if I can find it in the book. I've not even opened this book before. So we're going to go to page 88. And I just talked about Lionsgate 8-8, and now I see on the timer 11-11. So we're coming into this powerful gateway of unions. 88 is the Lionsgate portal. And we're kind of all being asked to own our angelic light, and to carry this light forward into the collective. So this is linked to the divine feminine energy. And when we step up our frequency, we break free from the Neptunian illusions, then we can tap into all of this higher spirituality that we all possess. We all possess this within. So I feel it's kind of time to maybe retreat and reassess as all of these higher vibrations kind of wash over with the stellar gateway activation. And the energies are assisting us all in building that bridge to our own connection to God's source energy. So get ready for your mission to be revealed as almost as if like overnight is what the card is speaking about. And so this is where we kind of work a lot with these higher source energies. I work very closely with Archangel Metatron in meditation quite often. And so this is where we kind of tap into this intergalactic universe when it comes to going back to school. It's like the universe is kind of schooling us all on these cosmic energies. And so I feel, but we have to be sufficiently open enough to receive these activations. We are all being asked to be those ambassadors for Earth. And I feel when we're in a sleeping state, it's kind of hard to accept these higher roles, these higher missions. So we are all on a pathway of service, no matter what that mission is for you. We all have a service-based mission, and I think we're all being reminded to keep hold of our energy field and to embrace this pure high frequency light in order to clear the channels of all 12 of our chakras, to open them up so we can bring in all of these Christ-like codes. So rebirth by fire. And we go through this rebirth by fire to unify with our own stellar gateway and all of these light code activations. So we are being asked to step into being those sages. I'm going to read into Archangel Christine because there are a lot of Christ conscious codes saturating the collective, and I feel we're kind of in this home stretch of a massive clearing. So when we connect to these Christ-like codes, that's usually an indication of a twin flame journey for sure, and more divine feminine light coming in. So this Christ light activates the crown chakra to tap into these fifth dimensional energies. So when we tap into these higher energies, that's when we can attract all kinds of miracles into our life. So we're kind of here to help all of those on the ascension path. We're here to proceed with wisdom to kind of get people back on track. So we're all being asked to open up to these Christ-like codes coming in, because that's where a lot of the wisdom lies. So somebody, I feel, is being invoked into their mission and is being asked to pour unconditional love into themselves. And so when we do that, then we can experience this enlightened perspective moving forward, and we can approach life with wisdom and loving compassion. So I think get ready to face a situation that's been stagnant, that you're going to have to kind of remove from your life to help you kind of during this transformation process. So we're all being asked to seek out that soul satisfaction, to fan that inner flame when it comes to manifesting happiness in our lives. So I think I might sneeze, guys. I might just sneeze. Let's grab a couple last cards before jumping in with the tarot. Oh, yeah, that was a throat chakra clearing, wasn't it? We're going to get a major arcana when it comes to the Archangel deck. And I've got all the major arcanas, I believe, in all of the aces in here. So we're going to get a couple more cards before jumping in with the reading, the Star. So you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in yourself and that dreams can come true. The Star is like this unexpected help arriving, Aquarius energy. This is what you prayed for. This is what you wished for. And I'm hearing the Star of David. So that's definitely linked to the Christ energy. And we are putting an end to all of these difficulties, manifesting these new positive emotional experiences. So get ready for a brand new beginning, because we are manifesting fulfilling romantic relationships. We are manifesting these deep, lasting spiritual connections, and we are getting ready to start a brand new life, a brand new beginning. So 20, Judgment. So the divine is calling judgment. The divine is asking us all to go a little bit deeper, to find our purpose, and to bring forward forgiveness. So a compassionate review of the past when it comes to closing out all of these karmic cycles within relationships. And there is going to be a happy ending. Everything is about to come full circle when it comes to this spiritual growth. But you kind of got to choose to put an end to the difficulties. You kind of got to choose to step into this new emotional experience. So there's that heart activation, the Ace of Raphael, the Ace of Cups. And this is what we're manifesting. We're manifesting lifetime partnerships. I don't know if you can see it on the card. There's two dolphins. And so Archangel Raphael is the archangel you want to call upon to help clear any blockages in the heart chakra when it comes to this new emotional experience. But we kind of got to release all of the past by going into that review and finding a place of forgiveness in order to step into something coming full circle. So I do think get ready to receive an epiphany, whether this is a new idea, a new inspired idea, whatever's been hindering you on your progress, I do think is about to get blasted out of the water, and it is going to require clear communication if you want to clear up any problems with others. So get ready for an epiphany. Somebody is coming into an epiphany of some sort. And there is going to be some truth spoken when it comes to a brand new beginning. And I think it's your lucky day. It's your lucky day. So you might be coming into new resources of money or that support like I talked about. This could be a change in a job, a career, a promotion. Doesn't have to be. But I feel like spiritual acceleration is kind of what's coming through in the energies today. So let's jump in with some cards, guys, with some tarot and see what else needs to come through. I'm going to grab the Light Seers deck today. Crossroads, new beginning, moving things along, moving things forward, the Wheel of Fortune, luck and fortune. So crossroads energy, decision time for sure. Somebody's looking out on the horizon and they know exactly where it is they need to go, but it's about taking that first step. Look at that, the little camper on the bottom. Maybe it's time to be a little like a wanderer, a nomad of some sort. But I feel there is an opportunity for a clean slate, fresh start. And there's that energy of luck on your side. Look at, she's got the dice around her neck. Somebody here is coming into a lot of luck, abundance, but there is something you need to walk away from first. So you might need to walk away from a foundation. You might need to find your strength to walk away from a foundation that has maybe brought you a lot of financial security that you've been on the fence about walking away from. And I think there's fear when it comes to leaving an old cycle behind. And I think, ooh, we're about to birth something new, all right. There's that Empress. Boy, she's been coming out a lot lately. Taurus, Libra. We're birthing these new Earth timelines. So we do have a Divine Feminine coming through who I feel has carried a heavy burden on her back. Look, I've never noticed that on this card before. All of the water on her back with all of these fish. So we are ascending the age of Pisces, and it looks like she's even got like a wreath of laurel on her wrist, the crown of laurel that Jesus wore when he was crucified. So we're ascending the age of self-sacrificing, and we're birthing these new realities into our life when it comes to love, compassion, grace, and kindness. And there's that karmic rebalancing. So we're cutting the cords of all of this toxicity, addictions, codependencies, and you know, the devil sure likes to trick you, and the devil doesn't come looking like the devil. The devil comes disguised as everything you've ever prayed for to kind of keep you off track. So I feel somebody's drowning in some emotions here, feeling like a puppet on a string when it comes to some addictive behaviors that really have taken over them. And it's kind of time to do that mirror reflection. So, you know, you kind of got to go into the shadow self and balance those two energies if you want to embrace a level of healing. So there is an Empress here about to birth exactly what it is that she's prayed for. And you think of the Empress, it does take about 9 months to birth that baby, that new energy. And I know from my own journey, it was a very painful 9 months of the dark night of the soul before coming into the new energy. So we do have to be patient with ourselves as we go through this transformation process, because it's not easy and there's all kinds of labor pains along the way. So let's see what else. So there's secrets here. Manipulation, struggles, power struggles, but there's truth amidst the chaos when it comes to a spiritual union. And there's that Tower, the Hermit, and the King of Cups. So we do have a High Priestess here. This is what we got, guys. We got the Seven of Swords. So it kind of looks like somebody is, you know, maybe planning to sneak away from a toxic situation and going towards this High Priestess. We do have an intuitive here, a highly gifted intuitive person here that is very much connected to God's source energy, and I feel is really mastering some manifesting capabilities. And I feel somebody here in the past either was a liar, a thief, a cheat. Somebody tried to sneak away and get away with something. But this High Priestess knows the truth. She can see clearly, even with her eyes closed, what's going on here. She can feel this energy. And so I feel this alchemist of some sort coming through. And there's this big ego battle going on between the head and the heart. So, and there's that spiraling into these states of higher consciousness. So, you know, we kind of got to go into the mind space, and we got to spiral down into the subconscious motivations and bring that light forward when it comes to illuminating some truth. So I feel, oh, this is so very interesting. All of these different symbols. So I feel somebody's coming into some deep awareness when it comes to the truth of their purpose. And maybe somebody's been spiraling in the mind space for quite some time when it comes to a deep spiritual connection here. The Two of Cups. This is a connection where the two of you are connected etherically. I feel like an alchemical connection here, an energetic connection. And I feel somebody's been so resistant to acknowledging this truth about how they feel about somebody. We do have the King of Cups. So I kind of feel a masculine here that's recently gone through some upheaval, a foundation that's broken apart as part of this transformation. And it's through the ashes we can rise like that phoenix and transform our lives. So I do feel King of Cups here, masculine, doesn't have to be a man. You can be a woman harnessing this King of Cups energy. And I'm feeling Pisces again. So a couple energies of Pisces. And we do have Gemini, Virgo with the Hermit and the Magician. So somebody's going within, doing a lot of deep soul searching. And there's that soul star activation when it comes to tapping into these higher dimensions. So somebody's kind of sitting in this energy of solitude after a recent upheaval, I feel. And if you've not experienced this upheaval, this King of Cups is about to. Somebody's really going within, maybe learning a lesson of self-sacrificing, maybe learning a lesson about third-party interference when it comes to a deep spiritual union. And I feel walking away from some drama and some gossip, getting ready to communicate like, hey, I'm coming in to work on this. I really want to work on this. And we do have a high priestess here, I feel, that's just working on mastering her craft, focused on her work, focused on her talents and her gifts. And I don't think she's going to see this passionate communication coming. A couple of eights to me is indicating something coming back around from the past to be addressed. When it comes to a new beginning and some healing, the Three of Cups could mean a celebration. But when I see three women on the cards, I feel like three women that butted their nose into a connection where they had no business butting their nose into it, and turning your back on any conflicting energies when it comes to, you know, people butting their 2 cents into a connection. And we do have an apology coming here. And I'm pretty sure somebody's thought in their mind, well, when pigs fly, will I ever get an apology from that person? But I feel somebody's quickly coming in saying, hey, I'm choosing you. You're my person. You're my lover. I've been struck by the rods of love. You're the archer. And you got my heart is kind of what I'm feeling. Gemini energy again, because there is a need for a rebalancing here. Libra, justice. So let's take a look at this Seven of Swords, because there's been manipulation. There's been lying, cheating, stealing in the past. Oh yeah, there's been manipulation. And this back and forth energy. Look at that. I asked to clarify the Seven of Swords and I get the 5 and the 2. And what does that equal? The 7. So somebody's been playing the martyr, been playing the victim. Somebody's been haunted by spirit when it comes to, you know, removing some blocks. And somebody here has been their own worst enemy, wanting to win at all costs. I feel somebody's definitely haunted in the mind space when it comes to some past deception. And with that Knight of Wands, you know, that's my player card. That's somebody that rushes in for passion. They're really not fully committed. And I feel somebody's been trapped, not wanting to look at themselves in the mirror. We have a couple of 5, so the energy is feeling a little bit challenging. And somebody here is definitely deceived themselves when it comes to moving towards this High Priestess, because that's exactly where they're going, is towards this High Priestess who already knows the truth. So I feel a flame has been ignited. Black Stallion. Black Stallion, when it comes to taking action, I do feel a feminine here that's just enjoying life, living life to the beat of her own drum. And it's really created a shift when it comes to maybe somebody who hasn't wanted to look at this, because I feel it could have led to a deep spiritual union. And there may be an opportunity to come forward with an exciting new offer to bring balance and healing into this situation. But it might require taking some action. So let's look at this 5 of Wands. The Chariot reverse just flipped out. The 3 of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords. So, you know, that's feeling like that Tower energy. Something's come to a dead stop in order for somebody to go within and to heal their heart. To heal their heart. And so somebody's like in this fetal position. Maybe when it comes to a contract that's no longer working, the 3 of Pentacles usually indicates working well together. But paired with that 5 of Wands, it's clearly been a struggle and it's been a fight. And so I feel the brakes are getting put onto a situation. The Chariot reverse could also mean like an accident with a vehicle. The Chariot is a vehicle. But I feel there's been this lack of mastering some emotions when it comes to all of this juggling of these energies back and forth, and a realignment when it comes to somebody gaining a higher perspective, a shift in consciousness when it comes to what it is that they need to move on from. So somebody's in the baby stages of healing, and I feel you're not going to get the green light until you reach a level of peace from the inside out. So let's see what this truth is all about. 10 of Swords, 6 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. So there was definitely some past betrayal. Look at that. The 10 does lead to the Ace, but you kind of got to reach a level of acceptance. So I feel Spirit really is pushing somebody to make amends, to go back to the past, maybe to this Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, who they betrayed. And there's a deep soulmate connection here. And somebody walked away from a deep spiritual union with the 6 and the 2 would be the 8. A connection where I think you would have had a lot of loyalty, a connection where the two of you would have been able to grow old together, but there was a level of deception here. And somebody's sitting in a whole lot of truth when it comes to, I feel, a missed opportunity with this Queen of Pentacles, who I feel is just zened right out. She's got a golden opportunity in her hand. She's got a lot of value. She holds a lot of value. She knows her worth for sure. And she's kind of just sitting there, knowing her worth, knowing her value. And I feel she's just waiting for somebody to see her worth. And I feel, yeah, somebody left this Queen of Pentacles out in the cold, and now there's a lot of regret because the door's kind of been closed and locked, but the key's right there. You hold the key when it comes to maybe rushing in with some communication. There's somebody rushing in with a lot of communication to this Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, air energy, and they want to come in very fast. You could be dealing with somebody that has a motorcycle. It doesn't have to be, but somebody's on fire. And with all that Aries energy, it is saying, hey, it's kind of time to right these past wrongs. Somebody has been grieving over the loss of a connection from the past, somebody that they betrayed. And I feel they've been spiraling because they let third-party interference come between a spiritual bond. And it's kind of time for that rebalancing, that equal giving and receiving. So what is this Tower all about? Healing. After the Tower comes unexpected help. This is divinely ordained change. We got the Star, the Sun, and the Wheel. So the Tower kind of had to come in to break apart everything false, to kind of get you to move, in order to get you to move towards healing and to see the truth for what it is. There's illumination, there's happier times around the corner, and luck is on your side. But you kind of got to choose to keep putting one foot in front of the other. So Aquarian energy, Leo. And there is a masculine finding his determination and his strength to take decisive action. He is stern, he is ready, and he has a lot of ancestral protection standing behind him when it comes to making a move towards wish fulfillment. So let's look at this King of Cups. The Hanged Man, the Two of Pentacles, and the Strength card. Yeah, learning a major lesson about toxicity. Maybe somebody got tempted by Queen of Wands. Somebody that was, you know, very passionate, but definitely was lust. Somebody got tempted by lust. And I feel a masculine that is feeling like a puppet on somebody's strings, and they're gaining a new perspective. They're finding all of their strength that they can to go through this integration process when it comes to, you know, making a decision that I feel has been long overdue. And they're gaining a new perspective. They're gaining a shift in consciousness, higher states of transcendence when it comes to learning a lesson about, you know, being tempted. I feel somebody here is drowning in their shadow self when it comes to reflecting on a past poor decision. And it's kind of time for that new cycle, isn't it? So look at those seeds that we've planted. There's that brand new abundant beginning, that gift from the universe. Your hard work is paying off, but there is a need to speak some truth when it comes to some deception. There's a need to really use your discernment to break through any illusions. And somebody, I feel, is drowning in their emotions when it comes to this lack of communication. Somebody's getting ready to communicate, to come forward with truth, bringing forward a stable offer. So get ready to receive some communication because somebody wants to release a long-standing burden. And maybe you've been facing all kinds of challenges, but there's that aha moment, there's that light bulb idea, an epiphany of some sort when it comes to making a decision. And somebody's been walking a fine line here, and Spirit's been chirping in somebody's ear saying, hey, it's time to speak some truth. It's time to balance your shadow self. It's time to bring all of this into the light because you're drowning in something very toxic here, and it's kind of time to learn this lesson. It's time to go into that deep core wound, to reignite that flame, and to take that first step forward into this new cycle. So profound life transformation, and we do that by tapping into these cosmic gateway energies. So it is like a death to the old, a rebirth of the new. in order for a new romantic cycle in love to begin. So get ready to take that fool's embrace. Somebody's coming in with an offer. Maybe somebody's coming in with a dozen roses, because they're ready to take that leap, and they're going right towards an empress that I feel that they broke their heart, and they're coming in to face that karmic judgment because these seeds were planted a long time ago. This is like a period of soul retrieval. And in order to retrieve those missing pieces of the soul, we kind of got to go into the depths of this pain. So somebody's been crying. Somebody has been grieving over this pre-empress, Taurus, Libra again. And we got somebody here that's living the good life. She's gone through a level of purification, and now somebody wants to come in and face that judgment. And I think they know they're up against a lot. They're up against a lot of challenges, and they've been withholding communication because they know that they weren't right in the past. And it's never easy to admit you were wrong or to bring forward an apology. And if somebody is not willing to apologize, that's a clear indication they're probably a narcissist. So I feel reaping your harvest. Something is about to grow that I feel has been festering below the surface, and somebody here is hoping that they can have a second chance. So let's grab a couple last messages from Spirit when it comes to this message. Somebody's trying to find their passion to fuel their inner flame again, and there is somebody here very single, very independent, about to reap her harvest is kind of what I'm feeling. So we'll see what else Spirit has to say when it comes to this message today. If you're wondering if this is happening, if this is going to happen, the answer is no. And that kind of flipped out on the Nine of Pentacles. So I kind of feel somebody here is learning a valuable life lesson. Spirit's definitely taken the lead on this situation. And, you know, when we are rejected or we are told no, that is a form of protection. So there is, without a doubt, a necessary transition happening within the collective at this time. And in order for us to allow this to occur, we kind of got to let Spirit take the lead and kind of give it to God, give it over to the divine. And we do this by refraining from any negative judgments and understanding that we all have our unique experiences and we all have our own pathway to journey towards wholeness. So I feel definitely a major transition. And if you're wondering if this will happen, the answer is yes. So I think somebody's got to put their foot down and say no to something toxic if they want this reconciliation with somebody that they deeply love, because somebody's been in a situation fraught with deception. Recognizing like, hey, I'm the company that I've been keeping, and I really don't like the people that I'm around, and my space isn't healthy. It's kind of time to break free. And I do feel somebody is getting ready to speak up and be heard. And it's kind of time for this energy to come full circle. Somebody's without a doubt going to try a different approach because the divine is guiding somebody towards this healing journey. So get ready to seek out some information. It's kind of time to accept what is, to move on to the new, and to learn these valuable lessons once and for all. And that's kind of what I got for a message today, guys. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a twin soul reading with me, please feel free to check out that description box below, guys. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.